Welcome to the Take a Listing Today podcast, where our hosts Jim Studebaker and Todd Robertson give you strategies to get you out of the office right now so you can take a new listing today. And now, here's Jim and Todd.
Hello, once again. We are back. Yes, Jim Studebaker here, and there's Todd Robertson over there, and
our
somebody,
wonderful producer, Lisa Gray, with better lighting, and she's back home at the home office, but better lighting, better equipment.
Yeah, and it looks like you've taken 10 years off of your life.
I know. I'm probably, 15 now?
Right. Maybe 22. Okay.
That doesn't sound good, taking 10 years off your life. It sounds like you're going to live 10 years less now.
Right. Okay, you look 10 years
don't do
younger.
that
10
with
years
lighting.
younger.
Younger.
That is a strange light we got down at the science fair, so it might take 10 years off our life. I'm not
Is there
sure.
radiation or something coming out of it?
It was on sale.
If she starts glowing later on, we'll know what happened. So thank you for joining us for podcast show number 138. We made it this far. Today's topic is wonderful. It is 10 ideas to keep your mental game tight in this transitional real estate market.
And how important is that in what people are going through right now, this minute, this week, this month? I mean, this is timely.
It is, because real estate is going through the transition. So when we experience change or business revenue takes a downturn, it can be hard to keep your mind in a good place. On today's show, we're going to have an open forum discussion on 10 ideas to help keep your mental game tight in this transitional market. Open forum means that we're not just reading the script, we're actually talking.
Read one of the ideas, and then we'll discuss.
We're going to roll with it. Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Game.
Perfect.
All right. Idea number 1, reframe your perspective. Focus on what you've learned and achieved rather than the setbacks.
This one's huge right here, right? Because obviously, like maybe getting one listing now might feel like getting 5 listings a few years ago. Mm-hmm. So to reframe the mind and like conversations we've had, and one little strategy I like is to pick a different, like YouTube is one of the best resources in life, right? Free. Mm-hmm. Like David Goggins we talked about. Mm-hmm. Go find something that you like that resonates with you, and for 1 month at a time, digest, absorb all of that. Your mindset will start getting stronger.
Right. I think a great psychological trick that kind of it reminds me of a couple different things, but I'm going to go a couple of ways with this. Great psychological trick is to, when you have something difficult going on in your life, and you start to feel like giving up, go back through your history and think of another time that you had a similar situation to this and you overcame it. Very often, those moments, those iconic moments throughout your life can help get you excited and buoy you forward, move you forward, and help you to understand that no matter how difficult it feels in the given moment, there's always a way to solve the problem. There's always a way forward. The other thought I had about this was growing up as a kid, a lot of parents would keep scrapbooks of their children's achievements, different trophies, ribbons that they got doing different types of things. It'd be kind of cool to have a journal or a scrapbook of different things that you've done in your life where you've achieved. And the reason for this is some people may think, oh, well, come on, how egotistical, you got this brag book. But no, it's something you can turn to when you're feeling kind of low, when you're feeling
to remember who you are, to remember who you really are.
So in those moments where you're like, I have had it with this career.
Nice.
Here we go again. We just went through something in 2020, 2021. We finally came out of it. Now we're dipping into some other unknown mystery. I can't do it. This is stressful enough. Trying to create new revenue sources, new sales, new clients on an ongoing basis. I can't do it anymore. Go to that brag book and flip through that book. And you want to fill that book. If you don't have one of those books, get out a journal, go buy a cheap journal, and just start thinking back. Spend a couple hours and fill it with
great thoughts.
Any situation you had where you were really down in the dumps, you didn't know a way forward. Maybe it was just taking the test, what it took for you to pass that original real estate exam test. Write some information on that. That was 6 months of studying. It was this, or I had to take it twice. Put that on a page and how you achieve that. Maybe one of the most difficult homes you've ever listed and had to sell. Maybe it took you 7 months and it was just a nightmare, right? What happened? and how you overcame those different issues along the way,
Right.
and you achieved that sale, or how you've grown your business. The first year, what did you do in sales? Second year, what did you do in sales? And look at that growth. And that type of book, to be able to flip through something like that when you're feeling really frustrated, that I think is a great example of looking back and reframing your perspective.
Right. Look back and say, wow, 5 years ago, we went through a market transition and here's what I did. And it was a great success. And maybe you forgot about that.
Mm-hmm.
Exactly.
And so now you can say, well, I guess I can do that.
Right.
I'm going to go forward.
Hey, I made it
and
through
conquer
that. I had to make a couple of pivots, but I readjusted, I regrouped, and here I am.
Right. It
Right.
feels so huge when you're in the middle
Right.
of something.
Right. It's overwhelming.
Yeah.
All right. Well, let's move on then. Step number 2, set achievable goals. Break large goals into smaller and more manageable steps. So maybe real estate was so busy last year, you didn't really need to set goals because business was falling in your lap.
Right.
Now it's a little different and you need to set some goals.
I like this. I've even taken it a 180 opposite sometimes. Like people call me and they're in overwhelm and trying to, I want all these great things to happen. So I tell them, I said, boom, erase all of your goals. Call me back tomorrow. So it puts them in a, well, once they go to their dry erase board and erase every goal, not forever, just for the moment.
Right.
They can breathe again.
Right.
And then I just say, after 2 or 3 days, put one little thing up there, and that's
Right.
all you look at and get that to that point. So that's a better way than letting it get bigger than it should be up here.
Yeah, that's a great goal setting strategy. I love that because we do, there's a lot of things we want as human
Right.
beings, and we can get a little too excited
Right.
and overwhelm ourselves. And also the idea of this year, I want to grow my business by, I don't know, $100,000. That's a huge goal when you're sitting there on a Thursday morning, the phone's not ringing, you haven't had a listing in 4 weeks,
Right.
right? That feels insurmountable. But if you chunk that down and say, okay, typically it looks like what I do is I reach out and speak to 20 people on any given month. So this month, my goal is just to make sure that I speak with 40 people instead. You know, that's a smaller goal, but that's if you know how much money. You know, this is what I love about the one-page business plan that we have, and there's information. There's a link for that in the show notes.
It's all about some numbers. Yes.
Yeah. It's you can reverse engineer it all the way down to how many calls do I have to make in a week to get a lead, to then convert that into a listing presentation, to convert that into a client. And if you know that it takes 10, and that's giving you in a year, I don't know, $80,000, right? Now you know 20, if I do 20 calls, hopefully what that means is my ratios will start to shift as well.
Right.
So just something small like that. You know, last week I made 5 calls in a week because I was doing this or that, or I don't know, screwing around on Canva and not actually getting leads. This week I'm going to make 10. I am just going to do it, which means today I need to make at least 2, you know. Chunk it down.
Well, and I love that. And as you were speaking, I was reminded of an assignment I was giving when I went into the business in famous Bakersfield, California.
Bakersfield, yes.
That you two should visit before
Yes.
you know
It's
before
on the
your
bucket
life.
list.
Okay.
Italy, Bakersfield. I
It's
don't
on the
know.
bucket
I'm
list,
trying to
going to
decide what
Bakersfield.
At
do
least if you
first.
make it there, you got lodging. My mother's, okay.
Oh, perfect.
Yeah, we're all.
Oh, yeah, you didn't say that. Does she have anything in Italy though? Does she have like a little villa there?
No, I will talk to her about that.
Okay, because I'd like to visit her there first.
So point is, so when I went into real estate, right, and you go into anything, you're young, you're in your 20s, you're scared, like you don't know it. All you did was pass the test. You don't know really. And luckily I had a broker that was strong, reading, going to seminars. And I go to him, I said, okay, if I'm going to sign this and come on board with you, what do I really need to do to come out of the gate strong? Because I don't want to dabble or take 3 or 4 or 6 months or 2 years. He goes, okay, I like it. And here's the assignment he gave me, which ties into this. He goes, because he knew I was about goals, he goes, go back and erase every single goal you have on there. And he said, write down 1 through 10. Let the dishes pile up. Doesn't matter what happens. All you worry about is 10 listing appointments. If one falls apart, you redo it. He goes, do that, then come back to me. We'll do the next assignment. So think about how strong that was. So I'm young, naive, and just thinking, okay, here's the script. Let's go.
Yeah.
And we did it. Not easy. Fall. Book more, but strong. One singular focus.
So you're laser focused on that.
Yeah. I love it.
Very powerful. All right. Step number 3, prioritize your self-care. Ensure you're taking care of your mental and physical health. Because if you're hitting all your goals and you're dead, it doesn't matter. Right?
But yeah, and you know what? This one right now, I think in this time frame we are in, and I'm seeing and hearing a lot of people kind of letting themselves go, if we're just being right, and just saying, well, it is what it is. Well, it doesn't have to be that, right? It is what it is if that's your mindset. But in 3 months from now, you could be in a different place if you were able to take care of you. And the truth is, the better you take care of you, the stronger you are out in the field and for your
Right.
people.
I think specifically in the United States, we're really good at overworking as well.
Right.
And more hours of work doesn't always equate to better quality or getting closer to your goals. There's a point, and I know scientifically this has been studied, somebody's working, 6 hours in a row, 8 hours in a row, 10 hours. There's a point where you start to degrade the quality of the work. So not taking a break, pushing through, putting in 80 hours a week doesn't always necessarily mean you're going to achieve goals in a more efficient way or at all. There's a point where you're going to fall off and it's going to start to work against you. So I think, I think there's realtors out there probably that really do too much of the self-care, like in any industry, right?
What are you doing? I'm at the spa today until 4. Okay, we should be prospecting.
Right.
Oh, that's my kind of self-care at the spa.
4
Nice.
spa days and 1 work day. The old I can work from the beach adage that you see in social media.
Right.
Laptop lifestyle millionaire.
Right. So there's people that maybe go too extreme in that direction, but I think the majority are in the other direction where they're pushing too far, too hard, not taking those breaks. Geez, there are apps now that will actually notify you if you've been sitting still too long. You need to get up and just walk around a little bit.
It should zap you. Whoa.
I'm glad I don't have one of those.
That'd be
walking
cool.
around like-
one that you could sit on. Yeah, I like it.
You forget about it. You're in the middle of our Tuesday meeting. Whoa, geez.
Gotta leave.
Gotta leave.
Checks you out of the chair.
Right, okay.
All right.
Enough,
So prioritize
yeah.
your self-care. Number 4, surround yourself with support. Seek out some mentors, some friends, colleagues for advice and encouragement.
How incredible is that? And I don't know the book, but it's talked about a lot that we become the 5 people we
Yeah, my
surround.
husband's big on that statement.
Is he?
Yeah, with my son, he's like smacking him upside the
he's
head
good,
with that his whole life. Who you surround yourself
love it.
with? Who you surround yourself with? Yeah.
See, she's rubbed off on Kurt. Now he's a slave driver, and
Wow.
see how?
I know, I'm sorry.
The whole slave driver family now.
Exactly. Overachievers. Now, what I like
In
about
their own
this,
mind.
That's all that matters, really.
right? What I like about this point here, and a realtor could do this with no money, is that you could go into your office if you don't already do this. Pick out 4 or 5 people that you know are great minds. Doesn't matter their production, as long as they're hungry and want to win. Right? Is pick out 4 or 5 people. And sometimes from other offices, right? And you might meet up every Friday at 7 a.m. for breakfast, but it's a mastermind where it's not like scarcity mode. Oh my, I don't want to share with you my ideas. But I mean, that doesn't cost anybody any money, and it helps everybody in that group.
Right. I mean, why are there thousands of books on weight loss? Because there's 1,000 different ways to approach weight loss, right?
Good point, yeah.
So whatever it is you're trying to achieve in life, whatever you're stumbling with, you're trying to overcome, there's thousands of ideas of how to approach it.
Right.
Get on YouTube, type in what you're going through, and you're going to find 30, 40, 50 people giving their own version of approach it this way. Why don't you try this? So aside from even the mentors, which is a phenomenal idea, oh my gosh, the resources are endless, right? Endless. Between books, you don't want to go buy a book, go to the library. You can probably walk down an aisle and find a bunch of books that will motivate you or give you a different perspective on how to overcome whatever it is you're going through.
Well, and think about that. Think about if a group met once a week, hypothetically, and they got together and they said, hey, next week, boom. So each week from here on out, we're going to have our mastermind, but we're going to see one person's listing presentation and give them all feedback. How strong is that? From powerhouse people who care about you winning, who care about them winning, you're going to leave a stronger individual.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's like accountability partners.
Right.
Making sure you make your calls every day, making sure you're door knocking every day.
Remember our integrity calls with Wayne.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Where, it's not a new idea. People have been doing
and
that
it
for a long
works
time.
if you work it, right?
All right. Step number 5, reassess your strategy. Evaluate what's working and what's not, and make adjustments as necessary.
See, there's magic in that right there because of the following. I think, and a lot of agents know it, they got a false sense of confidence when the market was on fire, meaning any listing, boom, it sold. Oh, I'm amazing. I'm incredible. Now that the market's getting boom, 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 some people are getting out, they're readjusting. Here's what's great. You get a chance to take an honest assessment of where you are.
Yeah.
You get to take a chance to say, ooh, where did those come from? Did I prospect for them? Did they fall in my lap? Was it a broker? So that's huge right now, especially in what's going on. And if you can make that shift and be humble enough to go there, then, or go to your broker and say, boom, the market's shifting. Let me share with you what I'm doing and be coachable and open. And they're going to steer you. They want you to win.
Yeah. I mean, draw a circle, right inside the circle, the things you're comfortable doing. What are the things you always do? Well, I'll send out some postcards, so that goes in my circle. I'll walk around the neighborhood that I live in and talk to my neighbors. It's a little networking. I'll do that. Things I won't do, I will not get on the phone and cold call. So that's outside the circle, right? I will not create a community event or be part of a community event where I have to meet new people within the community. I'll write that outside there. So we know all the things inside the circle you've been doing.
Right.
They're not working. Now you're going to have to reach outside that comfort zone, outside that circle. Nobody likes to do that, but that's where you grow, right? That's where the growth is, outside the circle. And pick one of those items outside that circle that you're afraid to do, that you have not done. And it's like what do they say? Definition of insanity, doing the same thing over and over, getting the same result. You've got to do something different.
Great
Try
point.
and achieve a different result.
There was a book like that. What was it? Danger in the Comfort Zone, something like that, where it's talking about getting outside of just your comfort zone because you can't stay there forever. You've got to get outside of that circle, as you say.
Yeah. How would you grow?
Right.
It's not
well
possible.
said. Yeah.
It's impossible.
All right. So that was number 5. Number 6 on our list is stay flexible. Be willing to pivot or change course if necessary.
So huge, right? So there's the thing called the, what did he call it? Tony Robbins gave us a tool for this. He says, flexibility is power. If you're willing to always change your approach, work as hard as you can, go. If you're willing to change your approach, the ultimate success strategy will work for you. Eventually, life will just say, boom, here's everything you wanted because you're not giving up. It's belief, it's action, it's results. Once you get those results and you got to change your belief, that will change your action. It's beautiful, but most people give up too early. We know that. We see it in real estate a lot. That's why it's one of the highest turnover professions, why they get in there, get excited. They don't get strong at what they need to. Objection handling, prospecting, running their business like a successful business. And after a couple months, oh, this business is lame. This isn't working. Or they get beat up on one listing appointment and go, geez, I got to go find something else.
A great example of that we were just discussing recently. So let's look at 2 companies, Netflix and Blockbuster. At one time, they both were renting movies.
Right.
Netflix did it through the mail. They might have had red boxes too. I don't remember, where you could actually go up to a box and get them. I don't know, but you could get them through the mail. Blockbuster did them through the mail. And of course, you could walk in a brick and mortar. One company no longer is here.
Right.
One is here. What's the difference? Somebody was flexible and pivoted. Somebody did not. And you have a story about Netflix pivoting that maybe you want to share. That's very
sure. And I don't know the gentleman's name, but I was on a conference call a while back, just in listen only mode, and it was incredible. One of the co-founders of Netflix on that conference call.
Okay.
And I forget the title of that message, but here's what he said in essence. And they're just talking about mistakes we made early on that had we been more open and coachable, like you get very staunch in your ways sometimes. And he goes, you know what? People on our team came to us and said, subscription-based model. Here's what we can do. And he foo-fooed it. He's like, no, here's what we do. And he said in that conference call, like 1.5 years or 2 years, they finally adapted. And he goes, we were too stubborn. He goes, we finally did. And revenues went boom, crazy.
Wow.
Thankfully they did.
And great point. You don't see any, or not any, but very few Blockbusters. You see very few of those red boxes around now.
Yeah.
DVD players.
Right. Well, so easy. Just stream it.
Right.
I mean, who has DVD players anymore? Right? Not many people.
You can get on YouTube and it's either free or you buy it. Boom, you have it right there on your phone.
There are so many books written on this subject. Bold was a huge book on this.
Yeah.
Is that Peter Diamandis that wrote that one?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, and he talks about Kodak. That's the story at the beginning of the book. How Kodak was so massive, but they didn't pivot. They weren't flexible. They didn't shift. They
Great
stayed.
point.
They stayed with those blinders
You don't hear about
on,
them
and
anymore.
they could still be here. They could have still been a contender. Kmart. I mean, there's so many companies where
right.
they either didn't pivot or they pivoted so late in the game that it was too late.
Right.
So yeah, you don't want to be that. You just have to be open. You know.
It reminds me of a kind of a sad story. I don't know if anybody wants to hear it or not.
I like one.
Is there like an inspirational ending or no? No.
Not really, but but it kind of goes in with being flexible and self-care. So I went down. I mean, this was like a year ago.
Right.
I was going to sign up for some yoga classes.
Right. I could
Basically.
I would have probably joined you had you done it, but okay.
So, well,
no, we'd end up getting stuck having to call Lisa.
yeah.
Come get us.
Like physically
we're in a
stuck.
pretzel situation.
Well, what happened was I went down there to sign up, and the lady looks at me and she says, "Well, how flexible are you?" I said, "Well, I can't make Tuesdays."
Okay. When you said yoga, I was suspicious.
You knew there
But
was something up.
I was trying to go with. I'm like, okay.
Thank you. I'll be here for the remainder of the 10 minutes of the show. All right.
Unless that hook comes out like the Gong Show hook.
You're giving Lisa's ideas now. Probably not good.
Yeah.
All right. Number 7. Keep learning. Continuously seek out new information, skills, and opportunities.
God, that one is so. You know, I live on a golf course, right? So you see every single day people playing golf. You see them in the restaurant, but you don't see them out practicing. Why? They just want to go, oh, I played golf today, and then want to go drink. And I even talked to buddies about that. Like, well, so they don't care if they're good or bad at social. Tony Robbins taught us this when we went to work for him. People would see him in the front row of seminars when I used to work for him. And it would fry their brain. Like, what is he doing in the front row? Then they're like, oh, constant and never-ending improvement. Always remain a student of life. So he made a point to us. Never. If you get to the point you think you've arrived, you're done. Because somebody out there is going to want it more than you, and they're going to prospect more. I mean, they're going to do more farming in that area. They're going to. So huge point.
Yeah, and if it worked at one time, why would it still work? And this, I think, when people get to the point of mastery, whatever it is, whether it's an instrument they play or a company they own or whatever, we're back to that place of getting so rigid in that. I think people, as they get older, I mean, we wouldn't know because we're so young.
Right,
but as they get older,
because all of our anti-aging because of the green smoothies.
Right. I've heard they can get rigid and not want to learn or put, you want to tell me something? I know everything.
Kind of like the old dog, new tricks thing.
Right. And that is a big mistake. That is a big mistake.
It really is.
To not be open, not be humble to learning something new and actually appreciate the fact that something that worked for you 3 years ago, I don't care if you're a master, we're in a new world. I mean, geez, it moves so fast now. Every few months, it's like, wow, we've got AI that's writing articles for us. So, I mean, it's crazy where we're headed. So you cannot ever think you are a master of anything.
Did AI write the script? I mean, come on. Did you do this or did a computer? Okay. Just checking.
The AI
we might not really ever know.
We might not. So, number 8, celebrate small wins. Acknowledge and appreciate progress no matter how small, especially AI programs that, wait a minute.
That Lisa uses to write our shows. Here's what's fun about that. Here's the easy thing for a real estate agent. Dopamine, right? There's videos and everything on it. But here's what's great about that. Give yourself a hard task during the day. Maybe it's prospecting 3 hours straight. And you set a timer. You have a couple breaks in there, but maybe you give yourself an evening. Maybe you go have a margarita that evening, or maybe you go to the pool and socialize. Like you give yourself, or you and your spouse go out to a nice dinner. You give yourself something. Okay, in 3 or 4 hours, I get that. Okay, now I can. So that's where my mindset goes in that.
Yeah, small wins. I mean, what if you took, 2 different cups and you threw 20 marbles in one cup and you said, until those 20 marbles are in that cup, I'm not stopping my calls. So I'm going to get on the phone. I'm going to dial. Okay, made a call, talked to somebody. They hung up on me, whatever. There's a marble. That's a win, right? I got one down. Do another one until that cup is empty. That is something to be celebrated. You got through it. You got through those 20 calls, even if you have to gamify it like that. I don't care if you didn't get one lead out of it, because I'll tell you what, part of this, it really is a numbers game.
Right,
and it's about hitting the right person at the right time. And and that's how it becomes a numbers game. The more people you talk to, the higher the chance goes that you're going to hit the person who's ready.
And guess what? Every single coach out there right now is talking about farming.
Yeah.
Because we're getting calls from them. So they're telling their people to do farming. Why? In a world of technology overload, direct response marketing has become more effective than ever before.
Well, sure. And as Lisa, as one agent, how many people can I reach out to in a day if I'm calling, if I'm physically walking up and talking to them? It's limited.
That's limited, yeah.
But with a farm, I've got 800 homes and I'm touching them through repeated direct mail. Are you kidding me? Now I'm everywhere.
Magic.
And I'm doing it over and over and over again, and I'm going to hit somebody at the moment they're ready.
Right.
And I don't have to be there when it's happening at that moment. They're going to reach out to me because they're used to seeing me in their neighborhood through marketing.
Well, and that's a great point. And people get frustrated after 3 or 4 months, and you can't get frustrated. You can't give up because guess what? It's like putting the rock in the middle of the living room. Every day you walk home, you pound that rock will eventually break. I mean, you will win.
Right. And you know what it's like? It's like you own a red car and you decide to buy a new car and you buy a yellow car and you're driving down the street and you're like, oh my gosh, I can't believe all the yellow cars I see now. Wow, look at all these yellow cars. It's not that there's more yellow cars. It's that suddenly you're noticing the yellow cars because you have a yellow car. It's the same thing.
Is she making fun of your car?
I thought word got out that I bought a yellow car and then everybody else wanted a yellow car.
I thought that's why you were parking in the back so nobody would see the car.
It's because I don't want anybody else copying me.
Okay.
All right. Can we move past my yellow car?
Anyway, the point that I'm making with that is I can see a TV commercial over and over and over and over, and it can be even annoying or it can be white noise that I ignore. And then suddenly my dishwasher breaks. I have to buy a new dishwasher. And all of a sudden I'm like, wait, what was that Whirlpool commercial? Or what did that Lowe's commercial say? They have their appliances on sale?
Right.
So that's a commercial that could have run for 6 months. And it was
like, white noise to you until.
White noise.
Right.
So that is what it is. So
nice.
You're sending out, you've got your market dominator, your amazing, gorgeous market dominator, and it's going out to a neighborhood of 800 homes, and it's going out every month. And people are going, white noise, don't want to sell. White noise, don't want to sell. Then 1 month, Bob and
job or family or something changed.
Bob and Nancy are like, I'm done. We need to downsize and get out of here. Market dominator comes in. Oh, what's this? They're ready, right?
Good point.
And they go, that's right. That Betty has been sending. Oh my gosh, we've been getting this for months. We got to call her.
Right.
That is what it is.
Mind share equals market share.
Right. So when you're playing the I'm 6 years old and want instant gratification game, you have to stop doing that.
Mm-hmm.
You have to understand your marketing eventually is going to penetrate and hit the person at the right time, but only if you stay out there. You just have to look at this as a business expense and stay in front of people. Do you think Coca-Cola is doing something wrong? Geez, could they be more well-known? And anywhere on the planet, could they be more well-known, but they keep advertising?
What about Mike the Pillow Guy?
I mean, seriously.
Pandora, everywhere you look, he's on. Right?
Yeah. He understands the science
of
marketing
reinvesting,
and branding.
Yes.
You have to. If he disappeared, we'd all think, oh, I bet you they don't sell those pillows anymore.
Yeah. Oh,
I mean, how crazy.
Right. Or you think something happened to him, or
you would think, oh, they must be out of business.
Right.
I'll go buy a pillow somewhere else.
See, that kind of ties into step number 9.
Ooh.
Maintain focus on your vision. Keep your long-term goals in mind and stay motivated. So if you lose focus and you stop mailing out your market dominators,
right,
and people think, oh, you're out of business, I'll go call somebody else.
Right. And maybe sometimes that's just taking a step back and saying, okay, have I gotten distracted? Am I chasing shiny objects? What's my one objective? What do I need to do? And just take a deep breath and streamline. So you don't need to beat yourself up. Like any great business owner is going to say, okay, what's working, what's not working. But then you get very focused on what matters, like that list of 10 listing appointments. You think that didn't matter? Mm-hmm. Like that mattered crazy. And,
right.
I just did it without knowing.
You're right. Keep working your game. Keep coming up with new creative ideas. Keep inspired. But don't watch for the pot to boil or you're going to drive yourself insane. It's like fishing. You head out for the day and you're casting, you're waiting for that bobber to go under or whatever. You see that line jerk. It may not happen. And then suddenly it happens. It's the greatest feeling in the world.
Right.
But, fishing, you may go a whole day. You may go 2 months in a row and get nothing. That's kind of what it's all about. That's what sales is all about.
Great point.
It's going to hit. It's going to hit, but you can't watch for that pot to boil. Keep doing your game, playing your thing, keep yourself busy. Don't get obsessive. If it seems like you're running a little low on listings that's unnatural to what you're typically used to seeing, all right, maybe it's time to pivot a little and try something new. Don't get obsessive over that phone ring. Just keep working the program, working the game.
Nice.
Maintaining your focus.
Yes.
Number 10, the final tip for you. Don't give up. Remember why you started and keep pushing forward.
This is interesting because in this last 2 weeks, I've had some conversations with real estate friends, local and throughout the country, and some are considering switching gears. And you know what? All that means to me, for our people out there working, it's less competition, truthfully.
Sure.
Oh,
So
totally.
as the shifting market goes, those without skill sets or confidence are going to go away. So think of that and go stronger right now on your skill sets, on your marketing, on everything, because a lot are going to do that.
A lot are going to fall behind. They're getting lazy. It's going to make you propel even better.
Right.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
All right. 10 simple steps to keep your mental game tight in this current transitional real estate market.
I'll tell you what, as a podcast, save this, bookmark this. On YouTube, save this. You can actually hit save and put it in a folder and reflect back, go back to this. Anytime you're starting to feel frustrated this year, go back and listen again and pull something from this.
Right. One or two ideas. It's 30 minutes. You could be driving and you could go through and go, oh, that one resonated home with me.
How about hit the like button? Does that help?
Like and
Always.
share, but the show's getting too popular. So if we get too much.
Hit the like, then sign in as another thing and hit it again. And then log out. Sign in as somebody else.
Sign in for your kid.
Hit it again.
Whatever works.
All right, huh?
Excellent. Well, we've come to that time in our show, ladies and gentlemen, where we love to make stars out of common folk.
Ooh,
And
this is the fun part.
we have something a little different today. You know, normally we pull out postcards given to us by our friends at ProspectsPLUS.com. Well, they, as we all know, have gotten into magazines. And so somebody thought it would be a smart idea for us to call one of these fine people who are doing a brand new Homes and Life magazine.
Personally branded.
Which is incredible, by the way.
Gorgeous.
With the
Fine
Market
magazines.
Dominator, you get a free digital magazine.
Get that for free. Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. You don't even have to pay for it.
And these people aren't being cheap. They're paying for these.
Right. And we
Right.
send our Dominator people 3 hard copies, 20 Dominators and 3 of these. But we have people back there, right, ordering stacks, ordering 300, 500.
Talk about a way to stick out right now. And to me, that you look so polished if you're sending one of those. How could you do this on your own? You know what I mean? You would
Right.
never
The
be
money,
able to
the
be
time.
so expensive.
Should we pick one out?
Let's pick one out of random. Here is the group.
And
Pick one. No cheating. No looking.
Anybody interested?
Totally
That's
legitimate.
on ProspectsPLUS.com. It's Homes and Life magazine.
Oh, here we go. Glenda Ward. She's going to be very happy in about 2 minutes.
Mm-hmm. Glenda Ward.
Glenda Ward, 817 527 8911. Look at that. Great looking piece there. Great photo, even. I like she put some colors.
EXP
Been
Realty.
forwarded to an automated voice messaging system.
On assignment.
She's a go-getter.
All right.
Got a magazine and
Look
she's
for that
on
one.
assignment.
Okay. Because we're thinking these magazine people should answer a little.
These magazine people that probably she's got 5 other calls coming in at the same time.
Oh, that's
And
it.
so that's why when kind of like what we have the phone line stacked up right now, actually. But
she's probably driving from listing appointment to listing appointment.
Exhausted.
Oh, this young lady. Okay.
she needs a chauffeur. She'd be in that busy.
This is Amy.
Okay.
Phone number 314 750 1434.
It's a fine looking magazine right there.
Yeah.
Imagine your house here. I like her expression. I make that all the time.
When you're thinking of solutions.
Pick up. Money on the
I
line.
like that. Amy is out prospecting right now, I believe.
Simon.
Okay. Those two might be canvassing that same area together.
By the way, I'm just curious. What is that?
This?
Hi, you've reached.
That yeah.
I'm afraid. Looks like an animal. Is it? It's an animal.
An animal?
It looks like a head of an animal. Like a sticky thing. From over here it did. Oh, that's a part of our mug. Did you do that?
Did somebody send that in here?
Did you do that?
What
wait,
part of the mug is it?
do we have a fan who broke the mug and sent in
They sent it.
like a voodoo trick or something?
Todd, that's your eyebrows.
Wait a minute. Do we have a cup in here?
Who did? Where's
I
Troy?
did have one. I don't know where it went.
Where's Troy?
It's your eyebrows.
Did you know this was in here?
It's your eyebrows.
That's your face right there.
I gotta have my brows done after the show. I gotta go to the spa around the corner and get
Self-care.
self-care.
Self-care. All right.
I'll still have my phone and my earbuds on if you need to reach me. Oh, that hurts. Someone sending me a message or what?
Is that like getting a horse head in your bed, like from The Godfather?
I'm scared now.
Right. It's like
I'm gonna be driving home looking in my mirror going, does someone follow
where
me?
you find a bloody chicken at your house. And you're like, wait a minute.
Is there a third eye on that little chip?
Wow, something's happening.
Not good.
Okay. Thank God for the edit button. The edit button.
Give me another.
Should we try another one here?
Here we go.
Maybe this is why we're having such bad luck. Somebody has put a curse on us today, and we are not having much luck.
We're hoping to break the curse.
Oh, shoot. Hold on. I screwed up. All right, I'm better.
That's so shocking.
You know, she made it. She made it to the end of the show though, without breaking down.
Got it.
All right.
Chucky.
He's doing steps.
It's Chucky.
You think Chuck's having a bad day? I'm dealing with this. Okay.
Good.
Whoever put that in here is causing us bad luck. All right.
It's got to be. It's got to be one of two people. Troy's number one on the suspect list. All right. Let's get somebody for real. We're gonna go right here.
Let's find out
Let's call
a
Chuck
winner
again.
here.
See if he's done with his
Chuck,
meeting.
are you done yet?
Hey, Chuck, how'd your meeting go?
Oh, now the phone lines are dead. Oh, this is not going good here.
Oh, how do you pronounce that? Gary? Is that a young lady that goes by that?
Sure. Jerry, maybe.
Jerry.
Probably Jerry.
Okay.
Spelled a little weird there. Well, it's spelled with a G.
It almost looks like a C, like. Oh boy.
Well,
Okay.
it's Carrie then.
She'll probably answer. We're going to screw up her name. Okay.
Hello, who am I speaking to? We'll just ask her what it is.
Gary.
Gary or Carrie.
She can't even find the name on there to look at.
Gary.
Do you need my glasses?
That is weird. I don't know. We'll find out though. All right, go ahead.
Okay, 850 508. Are you guessing the bottom, Mr. Cell, or the top? I'm guessing the bottom.
I'm guessing the bottom.
Let's go with that one.
So start over. Hang up.
the
850
other people had their offices first.
893-2525. I think that's probably your
Oh
cell
my
phone.
God.
Yeah, that's what it was. The other people had the cell first.
Good afternoon, Armor Realty.
Hey, Armor Realty, do you have a Jerry or a Gary or Fleck, Mrs. Fleck?
Yes, we have Jerry Fleck.
Jerry Fleck.
She is not in the office at the moment, but I can give you her cell phone.
Jerry Fleck. Is
Perfect.
that the number that ends in 5400?
Yes, that is.
Beautiful. Thank you for your help.
I'll call her. Thank you. Well, see, now we know it's Jerry.
850.
Pretty smart.
850.
508 5400.
All right. Gary. That did seem weird for a woman, Gary.
And Jerry is off.
All right. This is an interesting thing we're learning about people who do the magazines.
I think it has nothing to do with the magazine. I think it's
the curse of the eyebrows.
Let's move the curse to right over there.
The curse of the eyebrows. Oh, man.
Somebody would have to break the cup perfectly to get. Oh boy. Okay. I'm going to make a few visits before after the show, okay?
Depending on if the editors leave this in or not, this might be our first guest or our 23rd pick of the day. Maybe we'll find a winner today.
All right, Paula.
Okay, go ahead.
She's from Texas, where the cowboy lives. 214-507-0724.
Paula, I think it's cold in Texas today, isn't it?
Yes.
Oh, yeah, they have that storm.
Yes. You stay indoors or use Uber for the next 3 days.
Because Uber cars are warm?
No, you just rather them spin out and hit the curb than you.
Well, yeah, wait a minute. Are we trusting their driving skills?
Okay.
You've reached Paula Gatlin. I'm so
Next. Maybe you pick this one since he's cursed.
Yeah, a good idea. Okay, there we go. There we go. Yes.
I shall pick
The
one
curse.
that we call.
The curse shall now be broken.
I'm going to break the curse. Here we look. Perfect. We have twice the chances.
One of them's going to, okay.
All right.
We're doing great here.
All right, let's dial up 708-917-7442.
Otherwise, we call Chuck back.
I guess we're either going to get
How about now?
Margaret
How
or...
about in 5 minutes?
Chuck, did it go good? Did you get it? Did you get it? Did you get it? Oh, okay, sorry. Well, we'll call you back in 10. We're going to purgatory, all of us, I think.
Okay.
How's this magazine calling going?
Fingers crossed.
This is Margaret Oak from Remixton. Please leave a message.
All right, well, we're done.
You get a pick for good luck.
Wow. Lisa will try now.
Oh, gosh, it's so funny. Okay, you better read it.
Someone's got to win. I mean, don't they want to win money?
What is that? 740? Is that what I saw?
Linda, 770-845-6136. Now that's smart. She put C and O. See,
Right.
otherwise,
that is smart. That way you know what's what.
this one didn't do it. This one didn't do it. She's the only one.
Yeah. Maybe that thing needs to be actually out of the studio instead of just on the floor. There he goes
You don't have to tell me
to actually get rid of that.
You don't have to tell me twice.
It's for people who are wondering, it's a little piece of our take a listen tea mug. It's broken.
Should we show him?
Broken.
Arrived in a nondescript envelope.
And it happened to be sitting right on our...
Hello, you've reached Linda Cook with Market South Property.
And it's just eyes and eyebrows.
How would you break a coffee mug that perfectly? I want to know that answer.
How many coffee
Just go
mugs?
with the one on the top. Let's call this girl. Oh, maybe we should.
How many did they break to get them?
Probably all of them. The other one, the Cowboys use it for a toothbrush.
Oh. Wait a minute. How do you get back in there? Maybe we do need to call him back.
We have Chuck again.
Fingers crossed.
All right.
Fingers crossed.
There you go. How do you say her name?
Yeah, we're going to go with Danielle.
Danielle. That's how we say her name.
Lucky we have a good memory.
Okay, Coldwell Banker Smith Homes, Danielle.
Is Chuck there?
She's our winner today. Danielle's our winner, okay? 228 872 3330.
Oh my gosh. Oh man.
Hello, is Danielle? Is this Danielle?
This is not.
Oh, we called the
office
office. What's that?
This is the office she works at.
Perfect. Could you patch us through to her, please?
Yes.
Thank you.
But English.
Get my patch panel out.
one ringy dingy. Lily Tomlin now.
Danielle. Oh, we
have to be strong and get them to watch. We're going to get her now because she's thinking her office is calling her. We're going in the back door.
Okay, something's weird about this group of people. I'm so confused.
We have 3 left.
Chuck's not in there, is he?
Chuck's down there. Chuck should be out where the voodoo thing is.
Maybe we need to move Chuck out of the room too. Chuck, are you done yet?
I really thought Danielle was going to be our winner
That is
there.
so rare that we have that happen. You know what I mean?
Vanessa.
Super rare.
And we have her cell phone.
It's super rare we get cracked coffee mugs delivered to us.
Go ahead.
With somebody's face. 614-832-7771.
Wait, is it 3 sevens?
Yes. Did you guys know about that before?
Lucky sevens.
Lucky sevens. Is it going to work? He's even losing faith on the lucky sevens.
Well, we need something going on
At
here.
least it's not 3 sixes.
Hello,
Hello, is this Vanessa?
this is Vanessa.
Hey, Vanessa, this is Jim and Todd and Lisa. We're calling from the Take a Listing Today podcast on the air. We're calling on behalf of ProspectsPLUS.com. They gave us a magazine that you recently made, and they're producing for you.
It looks incredible, by the way. Great job on that. So if you had a couple minutes, we just want to ask you about your marketing. And so what led you to the magazine? That's a very impressive chess move. It's one of the strongest things you could do. What led you to go to that route, and how are you using it?
I like the content. I have not used it yet because I just ordered them. But I like the content that's in the magazines. I did magazines a few years ago from another competitor of yours, and they look great. They look great on a coffee table, but the content in it just did not appeal to my market.
Yeah.
So when I saw this magazine, it's nice and it's concise with the 12 pages loaded with good information, eye-catching colors on it, and I really like that. So that's definitely in my marketing plan for this year.
So question for you. I love it. So you've just ordered these, and these will be shipped to you. So what is your game plan? I know you have one in your mind, or you wouldn't have done this. Like, how are you going to distribute these? Who do they go to? What happens when they arrive to you?
Well, they will first go to listing prospects that I have for 2023 from past clients that I have.
Okay.
Individuals that
Well
I
done.
sold properties to more than 5 years ago, and they may be looking to upgrade, downgrade, or, just move to another school district or something of that nature. So I've kind of earmarked specific ones that I want to market to because they're more likely to move. And then leads that I get in, those individuals, if they fit into a certain demographic that I am looking for, certain side of town, that sort of thing, then I will mail out that piece to them because that's a little bit more flashy, for lack of better words, to send out something like that than just out a regular postcard or a note card. People are inundated these days
Right.
with things coming from realtors. They're sick. I get it all the time myself. If I don't get at least 2 or 3 calls a week from someone looking to buy my personal residence.
Wow.
So I know that they're getting inundated. But when you mail out a piece like that, people are either going to look at it. They're
Exactly.
less likely just to take it and throw it in the garbage.
Yep, exactly. So you love the content and you have a game plan on how to use it. Well done. Well done. Oh,
Go ahead.
yes,
Yeah.
yes. Give
Tell us
us
your
your
name.
name, what city you're from, and your phone number for referrals. Perfect.
Yes, my name is Vanessa Sutton, and I'm from the Columbus, Ohio market, and my number is 614-832-7771. That is my cell number.
And you've been in the business how long?
Actually, I'm going to be celebrating my 39th year coming up here
Wow.
on the 13th.
So that means if somebody throughout the country sends you a referral, it's going to go to the finish line, correct?
Yes.
Exactly. I love it. I
Wow.
love it.
Great.
I do my absolute best, that's for sure.
So this is a class in mastery. She's been doing this 39 years, and what is she doing
Right.
to keep her business rolling and growing? Sending out magazines.
Right. Staying in
That
front of
tells you a lot.
prospects.
That
Yep.
tells you
Let's
a
let her
lot.
win some money. She's been wonderful. Are you ready for us to win some money, Vanessa? Now, these questions aren't always fair. Jim comes up with it. Lisa and I don't have control of this situation. But at the end of it, a $100 gift card could be waiting for you. Are you game?
I'm game.
All
Jim,
right.
Jim, be easy with her. She sounds like a wonderful lady.
Vanessa, I think you have a wealth of knowledge available to you. So what I will do is read you a question and 3 possible answers, and all you have to do is give me the correct answer. Sound fair?
Sounds fair.
All right, here we go.
All right. Vanessa, here is your question. Who was the only U.S. president to serve 2 non-consecutive terms? Was it A, Zachary Taylor, B, Andrew Johnson, or C, Grover Cleveland?
I'm going to go with Andrew Jackson.
Oh, because he was on the bill. You know what?
Did I say Jackson? It's Johnson.
Oh,
but
he was Johnson.
Andrew Johnson was the president.
Andrew.
She's going with Andrew. Be good to her.
All right, show me Andrew.
Vanessa.
Grover Cleveland.
You know what? I think that was an unfair question. We
Grover
should
Cleveland,
give her another one.
Grover Cleveland is the answer.
Let's give her another shot.
Where do we do that?
You know how many years I've been in high school to even learn
Hey, don't worry. Lisa and I were sitting here. We didn't know the answer either.
I did not know the answer. I did not know it.
So,
This one, I think, is still history. But you know what? I think you'll get this. Here we go. On what hill was the Battle of Bunker Hill actually fought? Was it A?
trick question. Careful.
Was it A, Bread Hill, B, Breed Hill, or C, Benny Hill?
Oh my gosh.
Well, I know it's definitely not that one. What were the other 2 choices? You said Reed Hill and what?
Bread Hill or Breed Hill? B-R-E-A-D and B-R-E-E-D.
I'm going to say B-R-E-E-D.
B-R-E-E-D. Breed Hill is Breed Hill, the correct answer.
Vanessa!
Oh my God.
Vanessa, unbelievable.
Congratulations, Vanessa. Todd, what did she win?
Vanessa, you're in for a treat. You win a couple things today. You win, first of all, a $100 gift card, good for just about anything on Prospects Plus gift website, and some swag from our Take a Listing Today podcast. So congratulations. Keep up the great work. If you need us, call us. Prospects Plus, we have you covered, okay?
Hey, I just want to say one last thing, Vanessa. Your picture is beautiful. You don't look like you could be in this field 39 years. What a beautiful picture. You look very young.
Yes, I had black hair when I started.
Well, it's a beautiful.
You're very charming. Thanks for being on the show, and
I'll email
congratulations.
you your gift card. Thank you.
Thank you, Vanessa.
Bye.
All right. Well, this is one of our longer shows here. Looks like we're coming up on an hour, so
There's
yeah.
some swings and misses. Swing and a miss.
But look
There's
at
a lot
that.
of swings and misses.
We had to
there.
go through that to get to Vanessa. That was worth it.
That was worth it. I mean, you could have picked that one to begin with and saved us all some time, actually.
Well,
but,
I was under the jinx. Now the jinx.
You were under the jinx, as was everybody, apparently. So there we go.
Thank you for your umbrella of jinx.
So we would like to ask that our viewers please do not send fragments of the coffee mugs to the Take a Listing Today studios, because clearly they bring us bad luck.
Yeah, we don't know how it ended up in the studio. I thought this thing was locked.
We need to call security. All right, so there you go. 10 ideas to help keep your mental game tight in this transitional real estate market. Thank you for joining us today. Next week, we're going to have this place defrocked. What do you call it?
Jinx free?
Yeah, jinx free.
Sage
it, smudge.
Smudge. Okay.
We're going to get it all fixed up, and we'll be back next week.
Take care, you guys. Have fun. Bye-bye.